and welcome to Nerdsplaining Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Da Silva. With me, as always, my co-host, Jose Romero.
Greetings, salutations, nerds around the world. We are back again in what was a busy couple of weeks of TV, man. A lot of
It
shows.
was. I
DC,
know.
Marvel. Well, really Marvel. Forgot. I'm not sure what The Boys is. Is that
Dynamite.
Image?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. But there is
Dynamite.
news from the TV side of Marvel and both DC as well, which we're going to get
Yeah,
into. A
sure.
lot of good stuff, a lot of endings who will be
I know.
discussing, right? Many
I know.
endings.
I know.
I'm curious to get your thoughts on these particular endings. Even one-offs, I guess, with Punisher and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But I'm not even sure where to start. To be honest with you, why don't we start Star Wars? Let's start Star Wars. Why not?
Why
Right?
not? Well, let's
We
let's start
rarely
with the
lead with
most
Star Wars.
toxic of fandoms, Star Wars.
Oh, there's no argument there. So yeah, of course, Mando and Grogu heading into theaters, or just went to theaters this weekend and all that. Projected to do okay. Like it's solo kind of vibe, so that's not a great thing in terms of monetarily.
Sure.
Um, I'm sure you've seen the reviews on it, Eric. I don't know
I
if you've
I've
seen
seen.
some of
I
them.
actually know a couple of people who have seen it already. I don't know if you've seen it already.
I saw it.
I'm
Yeah, yeah,
I'm, I'm assuming
yeah,
you did. Yeah.
yeah.
I know about two or three people already saw it. I'm excluding you, and I've been reading the reviews, and the consensus is the action is fun, but that's the only thing I've been hearing. Like no one said the story's cool, the performances are knockout. They're like the action's fun, and I'm like, well, okay, cool. You know, every time I hear a movie that action's fun, I'm haunted by the ghost of Martin Scorsese, who's like, these are just theme park rides. And
The
like,
theme park. Yeah, yeah.
I want a movie. Action fun, awesome. Yeah, listen, Tango Cash is an action is fun movie. But there's a charm to it, right?
Sure,
So
of
I
course.
want action is fun, dope, but is there a charm to it? So I know that at least when I go there, I'm not going to be bored. I'm not visually going to be disappointed, but is there a charm? And that's the one thing that every review sort of leapfrogged over. They talked about the action, they talked about the visuals, but no one's really talked about Pedro Pascal's audio performance is knockout. Like I haven't heard any of that. So
Stellar, Oscar
I
worthy
oh yeah,
voiceover.
he emotes like a true thespian. Like I want to know that. So since you've seen it, you tell me because that's all I heard. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. But you tell me
Right.
what do you heard?
Yeah, boy. I mean, seeing the review, a lot of the reviews were mixed, right? With again, you have that just fun, have a good time, and others is a waste of time, right? I hear both
Right,
sides of the story, right?
right.
And I get it, I really do. Yeah, the action is cool. Some of it's cool, no doubt, and it's whatever, right? And there's a reason why they don't talk about the story because there's just no story.
Oh
I mean,
no.
there's no weight behind it, right? It's just them jumping on one thing to the next. It's felt like this really, really felt like 3 or 4 episodes of the show, kind of just packaged and put on the big screen, right?
Okay,
Or like the
okay.
first half, which I thought was stronger. It's like, oh, this is like the beginning is really cool. Oh man, this is gonna be kind of interesting. Okay, I like what's going on here, and then all of a sudden, the movie completely changed gears, and it seems like a different show came on, right?
Okay.
Focusing more on Grogu and all that, and Grogu is just not that interesting. He doesn't even
Yeah,
talk. He's
Grogu
never been.
works in
He's just a cute.
conjunction, but not a
Correct.
standalone. Right.
Right. There's a time when he's kind of standing on with other creatures and stuff, but not with Mando per
Sure.
se. And it's
Right.
like, okay, he doesn't do anything. It's just like we said before, it's the same thing, same shtick. It's like okay, and it's not. It's a weird, and it plays like again like a video game, like the show does,
Right.
right? But that
But
works as a show,
we've talked about this. If they
right?
ever, if they're going to do a Mando movie, right? And let's just say it's a Mandalorian movie. You can Mando and Grogu, it's fine. It's a Mandalorian movie. Let's just all agree on that.
Of course, right, right.
It should have played closer to John Wick than the Mando series.
Of
It should have
course,
been a man on a mission because they took Grogu, and it's like he's plowing through the underworld to get to the people who took Grogu. That should have been the. I mean, it's almost like what do you expect out of a Blade movie? Blade in black leather killing vampires. That's all I need.
well,
I don't need
well,
anything else than that. Show me cool fight
well,
scenes,
the,
but he's after vampires. Whatever the reason is, that dude killed his mom's mom. I don't care. Just
well,
do a thing.
don't
If
tell
you're gonna
Marvel
do
that, but
a
yeah.
yeah, because apparently there was an article that they So it's not that's not the review basis that I'm hearing. No one's compared it to, like, it's not Andor, but it is very much leaning towards a John Wickian type of style. I would have preferred something like that.
No, for sure, and it's just. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. I had low expectations, so I'm not like this movie. I'm disappointed because I
Right.
pretty much got what I thought I didn't want to see, and that's what we got.
Uh,
Just
okay.
plain some fun in there for sure. It looks okay. Some parts look really bad. Like the huts were terrible. I did not like that at
Oh,
all.
really?
Yeah, it didn't look good. It's funny. Some of the CGI is great, and some is just like, whoa, what are we doing? It's weird.
Well, they
Um,
work with different studios to do different sections of the movie. It's not just
sure.
one studio.
So
So,
that's probably what happened there. I don't know. We have some difficulties early in case for no reason. But yeah. So it just man, this should have been a TV show. This should have been, what Punisher. They just put it on as like a movie or whatever, an hour and a half
right,
episode or
right,
whatever. Stick it on Disney Plus, right? Appease the fans of the show, give it the
sure.
swan song or whatever the case is, and let's just go. This is it's been 7 years and this is what we get. Right? It's just not a Star Wars movie per se. It's
Which
just
was your concern? Your concern
right,
was
right, and
7 years,
all that.
and we're going to get a TV series on the big screen.
Correct, and that's what we got, right? I mean, like I said, it's not horrible. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just not. It should have never been in the theaters, man. It just,
Let me ask you a question. Which one
particularly
do
when
you
you, when you
think
got to
was
pay for it.
better? Which one do you think was better, Solo or Mando? The fact you're taking this long to answer is
I don't
concerning.
know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
And by the way,
I
full
guess I
disclosure,
guess I would
I
say
like
Mando just
Solo.
because
I,
I wasn't a huge fan of Solo, to be honest with you.
I like Solo.
It wasn't horrible, but it was just bland. It was just there, right? Nothing special, it was just there. I guess because I like Mando better than I would Solo. At least these versions of the characters they gave us,
Right,
right?
right. Okay.
So
I mean,
so I
that
lean
to
towards
me,
that, I
that's a
guess.
step in the
But
right direction, because if I like Solo and you didn't, and you're putting
right,
Mando over Solo,
I
that's at least
think
a
yeah.
leaning in a better direction, I think.
I mean, I think I have to. I mean, it's been a while since I saw Solo once, so and it's been a while. So I don't know. But again, yeah, there's no like if I go back and watch Solo, maybe I change my mind. I don't know. Maybe. Um,
I kind of want you to do that now. I
you
want
know,
you to get
I
the
don't have this.
recency
I just
bias and
don't
see
have
what
the strength
happens.
to watch Solo. I don't think I want to do that. But listen,
Fine.
if the expectations, you should go into thinking it's just going to be a TV show on the big screen. Fair enough,
Right.
right? If you want more than that, which I think everyone should, you were disappointed at the end of the day. And then this goes back to, and again, it's just it felt like and this is the problem with it. We go back to Filoni, right? Because he did write most of this, right? With Long with Favreau, he just writes as if he's doing animation, and it
Right.
feels like an animated show in real life, right? Just
Ah,
quick scene,
okay.
quick action monster, quick little pause, quick action monster dialogue is just whatever, and that's what we get from him, right? And I think this animated would have been much better.
Mm,
But it just I don't know. And luckily, I think Favreau probably saved this from being a total disaster.
right.
But if this is the direction we're expected to see moving forward, Star Wars in deep shit. If it isn't already, you know what I'm saying? We need better than that.
Well,
I
I
think the
mean,
kid,
I don't think it's
this,
deep shit, but I think it's like it's gonna have a stagnant feel instead of a progressive feel. Like, you
yeah,
want it to go to the
yeah,
next, right? You want to
of
build something
course,
else.
give us something new, and which is what I've been begging for, right? And whatever it is, but I think this will play well with kids, though. To be honest with you,
All right. Well, that's. I mean, there's
yeah.
the
I
listen.
mean young kids, I think, because
But
they don't
I,
give a
I
fuck, you know.
all right.
I get it.
But I'll be honest. As a dad to nerd kids, I've discovered that every generation has their take on Star Wars. Like, we are
Sure,
Jedi influenced Star Wars people. The
of course.
younger, like the generation before my kids, they are clone troop. Like, they go hard for clone troopers. They know the Rex, and they know the different color codes for the different. Like, they're big on that. My kids are Mando associated, so like it's very much like it's their like, if we
Right.
may just the truth of the matter is, we may have outgrown Star Wars because Star Wars has become something different for this new generation. We could still appreciate it, but that, like, heart to the paint commitment, unless they're Jedi focused and not acolyte Jedi focused. I mean,
Well,
legit Jedi focused.
it's get
Then
right. Correct.
right. But if it
Well
was not to do
done,
something amazing like
Jedi focus
Andor,
stuff.
where it catches our eye, but right.
Well, what
So
Andor is really is really. I don't know. I just think they need to make good Star Wars films. Whether is the Last Starfighter the hope? I hope so. But I don't know. And again, I'm not gonna credit or even. I know Filoni wrote this, so he gets his fingerprints are on this.
Sure.
right? Starfighter, he had nothing to do with it. That was really just Kathleen Kennedy. So even that does well. It's not going to sway me one way or another. I'm not going to get
Right.
credit, or I'm not going to get blame if it sucks. That's not him. This is a lot of it is him.
Right.
He wrote the damn thing. It's just his baby, so he's got to take
Sure.
some of the heat. But whatever, right? But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think you made it's like okay, it's fine. I just don't know if it's honestly. If you're going by yourself, great. You got kids, if you're taking the kids, you save that $60 and watch it Disney Plus. Honestly, yeah, it's just again, looking at economics of it all, right? It's like,
No,
is this a theater worthy experience? I would say no overall.
I'll say this: as a divorced dad, I got to take him to the theater. I got to get all the brownie points. So
I get it. Hey, I understood. But this is one like if you wait, I was like, nah, you don't have to go watch it. You can wait. I mean, go watch it at home, right? But not
right.
rush to the
Sure.
theaters. Oh my God, this is the one. Buy your tickets now. But again, so it is what it is. So Star Wars continues to hit her, baseline foul balls is what they're doing at this point. Maybe striking out. I don't know. It's disappointing.
It's a lot of walks. It's a lot of walks.
I don't know if it's that might be a stretch. I don't know. Maybe. But either way, so that's enough Star Wars for this week. DC stuff. A couple things DC. First, we got the new Green Lantern.
Green Lantern trailer.
HBO
Yeah.
Lanterns trailer, whatever. And I'll say there's definitely they overcorrected in terms of those. Not for me personally. I don't think he felt the same way because I like.
I know. I thought the first trailer was fine.
But it was crying, complaining that they don't show anything in relation to the lanterns that we expect. We want to see what they want to see, right? So what? So here they gave you all that, right?
They
I don't want to hear it.
Give you Green Lantern. They're like Guy Gardner too, bitches. Like we're doing
right. Yes,
Lantern.
Guy Gardner. They gave you the suit. He's flying. He's using the ring. They just pumped it all in there. And so everyone can shut the hell up, right? Because everyone was crying and complaining about it. So I guess I give them credit for overcorrecting. I don't think they needed to personally, but I get it. You got to sell the product. Fine. So it was a cool trailer. I mean, again, we didn't get much of the story. I think we know what's going to happen to somebody, though. I think that was pretty clear.
Yeah,
right? Am I right?
It's short of going, eh? But yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they must have just showed the scene, I don't want to spoil. I'm not gonna spoil it. Whatever.
No.
I think it's clear what's going to happen.
If you don't know what we're talking about, watch the trailer
Watch
again.
the trailer. It's pretty obvious. They must just put like a subtitle. This is going to happen, right? It was clear as day. Foreshadowing.
I will say, one of the things I really liked was the whole scene with Jon Stewart flipping in the air. Like that looked really cool.
That was cool. No, listen, it was a good trailer. I liked the trailer. I mean, I didn't need the overcorrectness of it.
For me, almost like as cool as all the Green Lantern stuff was, it was the shot that was the most impressive. But I think it was the least Green Lantern part about it. It was just Jon Stewart in the effect. Like that looks really cool. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, and I hope we get more of that. I hope these leans more in the ground level stuff than the fantastical element of Green Lantern, right? And you gotta have it in there.
It's Green Lantern, so right.
Yeah, you gotta have it in there, of course, but they can still minimize it, right? Make this more Penguin than Daredevil, I guess, right? For lack of a better show, but I think I'll be happy with that, to be honest with you. But it looked good, man. I mean, I'm looking for it. I was looking for it before. Nothing changed.
So far, nothing looks forced or cheesy or heavy-handed. So I'm down for that.
Yeah, exactly. So looking forward to that. Actually, this week we got speaking of show, it's Spider-Man Noir coming out. It's got some really good reviews, so I'm excited about that.
I've heard very good things as well.
Good things about it, so I'm really excited. So I heard one review was great, unadulterated Cage. I mean, it doesn't get better than that as far as I'm concerned.
Listen, if you're gonna tell me something is unadulterated Cage, if his head doesn't catch on fire, it's not. Okay, that's unadulterated Cage. Everything else is just Cage.
Fair, but that could happen though. I'm just saying.
He is fighting the Electro, so this massive catching
maybe
fire.
lights him up. It's a quick scene. That, oh my God,
the beast.
But we'll talk about that next week. But I'm excited about that because the reviews have been pretty good.
Did you pick up MGM to binge it, or are you going to do the Amazon episode per week? What are you doing?
I'm going to do the Amazon. I'm going to take my time.
Okay. All right.
I was like, no, I'll wait. I'd rather wait and just kind of see it. I mean, I don't know. Not many people are probably going to rush to get MGM, let's be honest.
Yeah, listen, if anyone gives you shit, and this is for our viewers too, if anyone gives you shit for not getting MGM, is like, hey, I'm keeping it classy, okay? I'm keeping it classy. I'm getting one episode a week. I'm a gentleman.
Well, I think we get two. I think it's two the first week.
Two in the first week, but then one episode a week after.
It's usually two. I don't think it's two, but whatever.
Amazon always gives you two the first week. Sometimes three if you get really confident on it.
Sometimes three depends on the show for sure. This one two is good enough, and I'm watching black and white.
Yeah, I'm watching black and white
Yeah,
too.
I'm
Yeah,
not even watching. If I do color, it'll be on a rewatch if it's good or whatever. But yeah,
right.
I'm doing black and white, and I don't care. Whatever. So I'm excited about that. Stick with DC. This is an interesting one because I had no clue this was happening. Because a story came out maybe a week or two. I know we've been off air for a couple weeks. Greg Mottola, director, he does primarily comedy. Super bad. What's his notable
Okay,
one?
all
He's
right.
done a couple of small comedies or whatever. But he was being eyed to direct, and now a story came out. He was now hired to direct, and that's confirmed, I guess. Um, yeah, a Bane and Deathstroke movie.
We've heard this rumor for
It was a
like 2 years.
rumor, but it wasn't like nothing
Yeah,
like. It was like whatever, passing. So that surprised me. I'm like, okay,
that is surprising.
I mean, I don't know what to think about that. To be honest with you, about a
Well,
Deathstroke and Bane movie, I don't know what to make, and
they
I have no
they've
idea
never
if it's
really they've never really interacted in comic books. They're both been Batman villains. You
sure.
know,
Well,
they
obviously, of course.
so I brought this up earlier, totally not knowing you're going to bring this article up, but I kind of hope it's DC's version of Tango and Cash. Just two dudes who have different ways of doing it, working together to stop somebody else and not giving a fuck about anything. That's, I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
that kind of plays a little bit.
it does. I mean, we've seen attempts of making these villain things work, and doesn't work more so than it does, right?
Right.
It's weird. I mean, this director, he's comedy. Something. This is a comedy. Do I want to see a comedy with Bane and Deathstroke? I don't
Well,
know.
I don't think it's,
I
if
don't
they're
know.
smart, it's not a comedy where they're like,
I mean, I'm not.
well, it's
Yeah,
not that,
not gonna be
right?
yucking it up. It's
But
gonna be like
here's how you make
maybe
it a comedy.
Deadpool
You
esque,
play
maybe.
you play it straight on the criminal section in a world that now they have to deal with a Bane and a Deathstroke. So how does the like a straight mob deal with a dude who can like pick up a car and another guy who can kill 6 people with like 3 sword swipes? Like if you play the comedy off of that, like they are so outclassed. There's comedy in that while everyone plays it straight because it's
Sure.
circumstantial comedy. That's the to me that's the way you have to play it if you're gonna go for laughs. Is that?
Yeah, because if you try to do these two guys just going at each other, I just that's not Deathstroke. That's not Bane. I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around what
Yeah,
they're trying to do with this. We don't know,
they're
right?
not punchliney guys. They're not quippy. They're not that.
Right. If they do something like that, this is going to be a disaster. I think
Or you can do
hopefully not.
something where they're like they break out of prison and they're stuck together. So it's that classic like they're handcuffed together situation.
Yeah,
So it's that
of course. Like
there's
Tango Cash
comedy in
is a really
that,
good example of that. Yes.
right?
Of
There's
course. Yes.
comedy in that, but that's the only way. Like they have to hate each other, and them fighting each other is causing bigger problems instead of they work together. But they don't work together because they're
Right.
villains.
It's just like a
So
buddy cop kind
there's
of thing, sort of.
right. So
I
you
mean, it
can
could
do that
work.
angle as well. That's another angle. But like they can't be like, look how awesome we are, high five. Like that's not
Or
it.
yeah, or they're telling jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I have no idea what this film looks like. What's it going to be? I mean, he hired a director who does primarily comedy. It leads to assume this is going to be comedic in some sense.
I mean, to
I
be
guess
fair,
maybe,
to be
maybe not,
fair, to be
maybe
fair,
not.
the Russo brothers primarily did comedies until they
Sure,
did it. So
no, no,
might be something.
for sure. I mean, is it possible?
Or the guy who directed the Joker, he primarily did comedies until he did Joker, and the first Joker
It
was
did
really
work.
good.
That did work. I
So
think
that's
he
what I'm
did,
saying. Like
he
it
did
could
one or two
be
things, but I mean, look at this guy's resume for a second. So you got Fletch, the new John Hamm one.
all right,
Keeping Up with the Joneses.
all right.
Clear History. I have no idea what that is. Super Bad, of course. Day Trippers animated, and then Paul was the alien one, which did not work.
Oh, Paul was fine. It was fine.
But it's not. It didn't work. It was whatever. It was whatever. But I mean,
Yeah.
and that's basically so. Not a great resume. So it's weird. I guess I'm just surprised at doing this.
I mean,
I don't
listen,
know.
he must have come in with a hot take, like we're
Well,
doing
not
this.
really, because he was brought in after the fact. So I'm sure
But
there's
I'm
a
saying no.
story.
But even as no, you get a
Well,
script. You get a script, right?
fair
You
enough.
lock the
Okay.
script, and then the director goes, "I want to take this script and I want to do this with it." So that take on the script must have been something that James was like, "That is going to make money."
I hope so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be a one-off like Clayface.
I hope
That
it's a
could be
one.
interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't want that because I want these guys in the universe.
Right.
Bane and Deathstroke also are big pieces in the pantheon of the
Sure.
Rose Gallery. let's
Yeah,
not waste them in some one-off thing. Clayface, it's fine. He's not really one known.
right.
And I guess you can still put Clayface in whatever version of Batman we're getting at some point. No idea.
Sure.
It's just weird. It's just I don't know. Like it's just music like DC's just lacking some direction. Or maybe I'm overthinking it.
I think you're overthinking it. I think they're taking wild shots to go, we're not going to do Marvel where it's like, it's everyone that you would naturally assume, like, oh, this is a hero, this is a hero. We're going to make movies about villains too, which is something Marvel isn't doing. And I kind of like that. Like, let's do something unexpected and show that we can make that work as well.
I guess we'll see. It just seems like it's just I don't know. A lot of the movies are not making. They're making. It's just I don't know. It's kind of it's a mess from the outside looking in. I'm sure inside they exactly know what's going on, right? You
Right.
have to trust that, but it just seems a little off. Like all these films here, and we've gotten one movie really in the last 5 years.
It'd be kind of fun.
You
It'd
know,
be kind of fun if they keep focusing on like these Batman or Batman tangential villains.
mm-hmm.
If when they did the Batman movie, it almost is sort of like the Avengers, but in reverse, which is Batman has to go against all these villains. That'd be kind of interesting, kind of work out because now we're intimately associated with each villain, so we know why they have to take down the Bat. And so that would be kind of an interesting way to go about it.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's just interesting. I gotta see because we don't know what tone. Because Clayface seems like it'd be a completely different tone than what a
Yeah,
Batman
it
looks like
feels
on the James
very
Gunn, right?
body horror,
Right,
psychological
right,
thriller. Right.
and a comedic take on potential comedic take on Destro. Now we got two way out there things with James Gunn's
Sure.
sensibility. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, but whatever. We'll see when we got Supergirl. We'll see how Supergirl does in a couple months. But yeah, so now TV stuff. Let's start with Daredevil. We haven't talked about Daredevil, which ended its 8-episode run. Ratings are what they are. The Nielsen ratings came out, and then it did say, oh, it didn't say anything because it didn't make the top 10. They showed no more watches. We'll talk about it anyway. Why not? Well, your thoughts on it, dude? 'Cause I know you're the bigger Daredevil fan than I am.
I rep it. Yeah.
About that. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I liked it. I liked it. I liked it a little bit too much. I think. I was really hyped about all the things they were doing. The whole Daredevil outing himself was like not the way he did it was not out of comics, but that turn of character was in like two major storylines. I loved seeing Kingpin just have his own hallway scene and just brutally knocking people out to the point that I'm like, you gotta understand, my very first Daredevil comic book ever was a What If that was written by Frank Miller. And in the What If, when I didn't know Kingpin, I hadn't read Spider-Man comics. It's Kingpin training against 5 different ninjas, and all he's wearing is like a sumo wrestler bathing suit. That's all he's wearing. And these 5 ninjas with actual weapons are coming at him. And not only is he blocking and fighting them, he straight up murks them. He grabs one dude by the head and just twists it around. He breaks another dude. And after he kills all 5, he looks at his butler and he goes, clean up the mess. And I was like, holy crap, you pay people to murder? Like, wow. So to see that, like seeing that just brought back memories of me reading Kingpin for the first time, even though it was a What If. And I really I was talking to somebody and they're like, how could they given Wilson Fisk immunity? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Look at our government. They would rather give somebody immunity than admit they fucked up. Like that is like, you need to leave and we'll just call it even and then we'll fix it up later.
Square.
Yeah, I mean, but just don't let it. We can't show that we were fallible, and we can't show that you outsmarted us. So you just renounce your citizenship, and we'll take it from there. So I thought all that was fantastic. I thought, I thought that I was excited to see White Tiger finally get to do a thing. Just even though it was hopping off a wall for a little bit, I thought it was fantastic. Luke Cage showing up at the end was great. Bullseye being drafted as Luke Cage was released, I was like, perfect, no notes. The only thing I would have liked a little bit more, but I understand why they did it, is I would have liked a little bit of a tussle between Kingpin and Daredevil one more time. But I had to take the fanboy out of me and go, it would be redundant because they already showed that fight and Daredevil beat him. And Kingpin is like, you can't kill me and you can't take me in. And I was like, yeah, they've already shown. If it comes down to fighting, Daredevil's going to win anyway. But we already had that moment. So what do you do now? I was like, to me, it was a very smart and, for lack of a better term, I would say a mature way of handling it, because when you're caught between the every choice is bad, what is the least bad choice to make? And then how do you move forward from there? So I generally did enjoy that episode a lot, and I wish more people saw it. I hope people kind of go back to it and check it out, because it was a really fun season. Way better than season one. Is it a perfect season? Absolutely not. There are some episodes that stand out more than others, but overall, I give it a solid 8.5.
Um, yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I mean, it's fine. I mean, yeah.
Did I need to see Karen take down a guard to show that all her martial arts paid off? No, I didn't need to. It's
Well,
fine.
I didn't. I wasn't. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I remember seeing that. I
Yeah.
was like, whatever.
Yeah, I was like, okay, fine, sure.
Fine. Okay.
Right.
It was fine. It was, some good moments, some shitty moments, and it was overall just okay.
Oh, I gotta say, that bullseye scene when he took out the cops and the guy who was cosplaying as a bullseye and he took them all out,
Oh,
that
yeah.
scene was pretty dope too. I
No,
really like that scene.
there's some good moments in it for sure. Throughout the season, there's good moments. There's
Yeah,
bad
good moments.
It's just, I said it's uneven, it's up and down. I mean, when you watch other stuff that we see, other shows, even that we talk about The Voice, this is a different level of storytelling.
Yes,
that
very
this show
much.
it just doesn't offer. I said it just kind of keeps it the mid level, as the kids would say, right? It's mid. It's fine. Like I said,
I feel
whatever.
more than mid, but that's fine.
No, but I mean, I get it. But yeah, it's fine. Like I said, I almost kind of want to see what they did with Punisher. Just give us like a Daredevil kind of an hour and a half thing and call it a day. I think it would probably be more interesting, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because it just seems like that show just spins its wheel. We've seen Kingpin now for like 4 seasons. Like, okay, and I'm glad now we're moving on. Apparently, I guess, or whatever.
Right.
And I hate that doctor character. I thought what they did with her was awful. I just did not like what they did with her.
I know why they did it. I would have preferred it if they just kept the original Muse around longer.
Correct. Yeah, for
Made
sure.
it
100%.
especially because in the comics, his power where Daredevil can't ping him makes him a much more interesting visual dynamic villain, because he like, that was the coolest part about him. It's not just the visual. The visual's cool, but the fact that Daredevil couldn't locate him made it so much cooler.
Right, and she's not that.
Right, she's not that.
To make her to that would be a disaster, I think, personally. Right, we're gonna get a version.
Yeah, how do you do that? Like,
right,
yeah, right.
So it's weird. So I hated the angle, and but it's fine. Listen, whatever. We'll see how the next season comes out. They're filming it, so they're gonna release it.
Yeah.
But that said, Punisher, dropped that one last kill. 90 minutes, right?
Roughly.
No, it was about 90 minutes, roughly. Yeah, it's a solo episode, movie, whatever you want to call it. I'll say this one was like Mando. If this would have been a theater, I would have been disappointed, right? But this is exactly.
I see what you're saying. I agree.
Right.
Actually, I agree with you a lot on this.
Yeah.
If it was in the theater, I was disappointed. Also, because it didn't really resolve. It just and it was almost like a Jackie Chan movie where it just ends at the end. You're like, what? Should they have a Daniel Moore at the end or something? No, we're just up here. Okay.
Yeah, it was a cool thing to see, and I said this is exactly where you put Disney Plus. It works because of that, all right? And
absolutely.
The action was great. I like the action was
right.
well done. Love that part of it, but just there's really not much story there. I just feels like we've seen Punisher. I thought he got past some of the stuff. Now he's back to where he was, and all of a sudden,
the whole conceit of this one shot was to show that since he's already murdered everyone that was remotely associated to the murder of his family, right. Now he's got to realize there are other people and other families that crime can affect. So I'm going to just protect people from crime. So that was his sort of like leap to the next, the Punisher superheroine, if we will, instead of Punisher the Revenge.
I guess we're kind of getting that before. It was weird. Like I said, it was just kind of rudderless, but it was very entertaining though. In terms
Season
of
2 of Punisher kind of set that up. You're right, but this is sort of like making it official. Like, we're just so we're all on board now. I'm going to protect people from crime
Right. It seems like we just, I don't know, maybe
or punish those
those who
who've
are
been victims of
unfamiliar
crime.
with the Punisher, I guess, or you haven't seen the show,
Right,
whatever it was.
right,
It's weird. I don't know what kind of version we're gonna get in Spider-Man. I think we're gonna get a more of a muted version of this character.
right.
Because I
I
like
think
that hard edge of the. That's what made him so cool. And John Barenthal is great as a Punisher. Let's get that out of the way.
great.
It's
Just
great,
no notes
right?
on his performance whatsoever.
No, yeah,
I
for sure.
I will say I think we're gonna get with Punisher and Spider Man. I think we're gonna get the Spider Man and through his own powers keeps Punisher in first gear, even though Punisher wants to go more. Spider Man stops him and kind of locks him in place, so he never gets that full opportunity to go one last kill hard.
Right.
So it's so if you do that, it's smart. You can't let him purposely choose to hold back. You have to purposely like put the brake
Yeah,
on him
if
every
he's just
time.
there, and yeah, you're right, and that's a good point. If he's just doing that without, just the way he is, that doesn't work. It
Right,
doesn't. Not what they just gave us.
right,
Okay,
right.
that's what Punisher is, man. That's what you want to see from the Punisher. So, I mean, he could have a
Yeah,
small role at the same time, to be fair. So we'll see. But
sure.
yeah, like I said, it was entertaining, and yeah, I think on Disney Plus it works really well. And I think
Yeah,
that's exactly that's when I was watching that. When I saw Mando, and afterwards, I'm like, man, they should have. As I'm saying, they should have put this on Mando on Disney Plus, and it would have been probably better received. Because
sure. I
expectations are
totally believe
different.
it.
The expectations are different, right?
Yeah,
It's paying
yeah.
for
I'll tell you the
you
biggest
know.
expectation. If Punisher didn't go after Ma Guccione, he just survived, and I'm like, that should have been like the movie. That one should have ended with him following her and killing her, wrapping it up. That's what should have happened.
Yeah,
That's it.
that was that was. I don't know why she just didn't kill him. Like when she first saw him, the guy was with her. If she wanted revenge that bad, she had opportunity. But it was weird. Like I said,
And also, I got to say this:
whatever.
some of the red flags or marks against the one shot. She didn't kill him. He didn't kill her.
Right.
In the scene where she's remembering Punisher taking her youngest son, she looked rather healthy. But when she confronts her, she's in the wheelchair. I'm like, what happened from that murder to now? Like
Tony Danza left her.
in the
So
comics,
she hasn't been the same since, dude.
in the comics, he threw her in. They tried to kill him in the zoo, and she was there. And he not only did he survive the attack, but he threw her into the polar bear pit, and they fucked her up, and that's why she's in a wheelchair. So I was like, are we going to see him throw her in the polar bear pit? And that's why. And never did it. And I was like, I kind of wanted to see that,
Yeah, it's kind
and
of.
it
It would
didn't
have been
give you
cool.
that.
I mean, let's assume she was healthy when she saw him, and then he did something. I mean, not kill her, but now she's
Right,
in a
but
wheelchair after the fact, right?
show that, right? And like
Hundred
show
percent,
what you
yeah,
did to
yeah.
show
I'm
her,
with
show
you.
him
Yeah,
breaking her back or something,
yeah,
or like paralyzed. Like show me something, and they
yeah.
didn't do that. And
That's
that's
what.
so those are
Yeah,
missed opportunities. Also, you want to talk about bad CG when he falls off
he
the
falls
building.
down. Yeah,
Oh man, I was like,
that was
what is
that
this?
was that was rough. Not to nitpick, but that was rough. But again, right? When you put on Disney Plus, the expectations change,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Like if this was a movie that would have been well, hope would have been better. That scene with Judith Light, that would have been explored and expanded and really make the story around that. And that's what I'm saying, right? So as it's a pure entertainment, visual, cool. Anything
Yeah,
else, whatever,
but
right?
yeah, because like I've never seen a movie where the guy falls and he falls into a PlayStation 3 graphic scene. Like I was like,
Yeah,
what?
that was rough. I was like, what? Wow,
I'm
that's
like,
pretty
I'm
bad.
like Disney. If you can go back and just touch that up, because it's not a big
Yeah,
scene, but it does
no,
take you out of the
no.
moment.
I
So
mean, you could have used that scene with the stun guy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We've seen wrestlers take bigger bumps than that at the end of falling
absolutely.
and stuff.
You could have filmed it from behind, so you just see the guy's back line, like
Right,
the hands, right?
exactly. Yeah,
So
so
yeah,
that was weird, and I
it
get
was
it's TV.
weird,
So it again, that was in the theater. I would have destroyed that movie for. I said, what are we
right,
doing here with that? Right, just been
right. But
egregious,
I
but
will
it's
say
not.
this:
Yeah.
the last fight at the end in the diner when the Punisher goes to save the little girl.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I love the fact that the last guy Punisher kills is racism. Because that dude was every Nazi I've ever seen in one, like a devastator. Like I formed into him, and he went out there. I was like, "Oh, Punisher killed racism. That's great."
Every trope, any character you've seen, the white supremacist, that right there. Not
That was that dude,
not creative, but effective.
and he killed him with a pen because the pen is made in the sword. It makes sense. It's symbolism.
he went
Symbolism.
John Wick. Like I said, it was fine for what it was, right? It was for
Right,
what it was, right? So I'm
right.
glad, again, now it's really Mando. Just they would have put 3 episodes on finish the season 4 with 3 episodes, whatever.
Sure.
I think people would have been pleased by that as far as Mando
I,
in
I,
that
I,
sense, right?
I absolutely.
You
If
know,
you did a tight mini season of Mando, but you made it like
yeah.
caliber, I think you people are like that's perfect. Yeah.
That's right, exactly what it was. So, but listen, that's why I'm glad they did this in Disney Plus. It made sense, I guess, for the most part. I guess it was fine. It's a recommend for sure because it's got cool action. He
All right.
kicks ass, and just
He
because of that,
does.
how can you not like that, right? I love a
Yeah.
good action shit, but I like a good.
Absolutely.
I want a good story too. But I'll take one
Yeah.
if it's a lot of shitty movies are great action,
Right.
which I'll watch because the action is fucking cool. So I'll give
Absolutely.
that. So
Yeah.
I'll stay consistent with that. What else? And then I just so we got to the last thing, right? So the boys is the last show, right? We
The
talking about.
Bast is the last one. Yeah. The Bast is the
Okay,
last one.
so
Yeah.
so let's do this, man. The boys finally ending 5 season run. I was texting you because went to the theater to go watch the last
Yeah. By the way,
episode.
you
It was
were
hyped.
such a dick to me. Text messaging RIP
I was.
a bunch of characters. I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. You're like, oh.
RIP this guy. We feel he's so confused. Like, God, where is he lying? Is he true? And they fuck. See, it's more exciting because now expecting these people to die. It's like,
Yeah,
are
but
they
I'm
gonna
watching it
die?
mad. My arms are crossed. Like, bro, Jose ruined it for me. I swear to God. Like, I was livid. I was in the worst mindset to watch that finale.
What's that? But everything I said was not true, though. To be fair, I did not
That is
spoil
right. To be
anything on
fair,
the show,
yes,
right? I didn't spoil
yes,
anything. I just got a lot of red herrings out there. And here you go,
sure,
spaghetti, nothing stuck.
right.
But it came, and I think a lot of people are complaining about it. I've heard some complaints, not everybody, some complaints. Listen, overall, I liked it. I really
I
enjoyed what
liked
they
it too.
did. It's so hard to stick the landing on any of these shows. That's the hardest thing to do in TV is stick the landing. We're seeing a lot of shows just fuck this up.
Yeah.
A lot of them. A lot of
Uh
great
huh.
shows fuck this up.
Yeah.
And I always said, listen, you don't have to do a great finale because that rarely exists. It's rare. Just do it
Hmm.
a good finale, a
Good. A good
satisfactory.
finale. Right.
Don't overthink it. Don't do that little swerve and try to trick everybody. Just give us what we expect.
Yeah.
Right? We expect the Butcher and Homelander scene. Don't
Uh huh.
dress it up with some. Don't Game of Thrones this with Jon Snow and Tyrion and
Right.
Arya start killing and like King.
Right. Right.
Egregious. Keep it
Yes.
simple, predictable, do it well, and that's fine. And I'll accept that because it's hard to do that. And that's
I
what I
don't
thought
I
was
don't
good.
like predictable, but I
Not
like
predictable, but I mean, just
I like
well,
it, almost like it's a
just
reward to the
as
fans.
far as
Like you want this, so
of
you get
course,
this. Right.
right, that's what I'm saying. Like we this is what you've been setting up. So we're
Right.
predicting this is what's gonna happen, and that's what you did.
Right.
Right, you didn't
Right.
deviate from that plan, because then
Right.
you just say, "Oh, what? Come on, guys, keep it simple."
Right.
Comeuppance are gonna get dealt, and they were dealt accordingly. And that's if you wanted more than
Absolutely.
that, I get it. It's just hard, man. Cause you start playing around with the story. It's just, dude,
Uh huh.
just finish it, clean ending, a little happiness in the end, all that in there. But yeah, overall, just before we get detailed, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, good season, great season. I love the show. And it sucks that it ended. Um,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this show, and I thought they did a good job of sticking the landing. Gives a nice, good, safe, satisfactory ending.
Yes,
Right?
I agree. I agree. I felt everyone's comeuppance was exactly the type of comeuppance they should have got it, even though the deep, I would have liked it more if he had lost his powers and he had completely just bottomed out. Like I thought that would have been better. But getting murdered by sea life is a hard second. So yeah,
And they did sit that out because we knew
they did. They
as soon as
did.
we got to the beach, we're like, oh, okay, we knew. I'm saying it was
Yeah.
predictable, not in a bad way, but
Right.
just you set it up. Now execute it, right? Don't just hit,
It
oh, the fish are gonna kill you, and then he gets killed somewhere else. That wouldn't make any sense,
it
right?
was Chekhov's ocean.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. But on that note, I think it would have been, I would have accepted, and I thought we could have been cool if done the right way if left Homelander just with no powers and having lived like in shame or whatever the case is. That could have been interesting as well.
No, that
I mean,
would only
listen,
work for the deep.
I
Homelander had to get murked. Had to.
it's just for him. I think it's a bigger punishment for him to live like that than to get killed.
Oh
If you
no,
look,
no.
you know,
In
but
on a
I get it.
logistic sense, you're
Yeah,
right. It would
that's what
be
I'm
a
saying.
bigger
That's what I'm saying.
punishment for him to live normal.
Correct.
But
However,
he had to die.
of course, I mean, I get it. But if it would
Yeah.
have swerved us that way, I wouldn't have hated it. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I,
And by the
I,
way, I want to address something here for people who have been so mad about like, oh, they did Homelander dirty. So I go, what do you
what are you
mean?
talking about?
He never had any real strength. It was all power based.
It's all
He
power.
never
Yeah.
been in a real fight. Butcher was ex-CIA and military. He's been scrapping since day one.
course,
He
that's
came
who
from
he
an
is.
abusive father who he had to build
Yeah,
himself up
yeah.
to. So what are you talking about? Of course Butcher was going to hand his ass to him. That was never. As soon as the Homelander lost his powers, it was a wrap.
Of course, it was a rap. It's just, we know that. It's just hello. I mean, people complaining about that is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And
Right.
I heard some complaints about him when he was groveling. I was like, of course, that's who he is.
Yeah.
That's
He's
Homeland.
only powerful when he had powers.
Right. You take that away, he's nothing. And they've been
And
hinting at. They've been saying that the whole this season. Even A Train was talking about that at the beginning of the season. Hello.
absolutely. Because think about it. The only reason he groveled is because that's his insecurity. He's like,
Of
I need
course.
to do this because I need to survive.
Yeah,
Every
exactly.
insecure moment he's ever had led to that moment when his powers are gone. He's groveling and all that shit because that's what powerful people who act tough, when they lose their ability to act tough, they're reduced to that groveling thing, which is the reason they act tough in the first place.
Of
It's
course.
basic psychology,
It
and the
really
fact that
is.
people don't understand. I'm like,
100%.
what do you don't understand? There's history
100%.
and there's stories that all tell the same tale. It's just
It's standard, right? Not a standard, but I'm saying we've seen it, we know it. It's not like it's just based off reality, right? It's not like just they're making
right,
this shit up, right?
right,
So I mean, so it's what people are gonna complain. It's hard to please everyone. These fanatics, it really is.
right.
No matter what,
I,
it is for what it's worth. But
another thing I
he's
hate.
the majority.
Another thing I hate, and this has been going on since like The Boys season 3, is people keep going, "Oh, the show's gone woke. The show's trying to make fun of this." I'm like, motherfuckers, they write these shows 18 months before it airs. This was way, but the fact that the real world is kind of mirroring The Boys is the problem, not that they're commenting on it. No, you got it backwards, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of basis complaint. I mean, what it is, right?
Right.
But we'll focus on those who did like it, like us. And a lot of people did like it. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of positive. The
A
theater
lot,
was going crazy when I was in. It was a really hype crowd, which made it even
Hell
more
yeah, that's awesome. I'm
expanded
actually jealous that you got to see it with a crowd. That must have been so much fun.
right. It always changes things, right? That communal experience.
Sure.
Everyone's like, cheering. Oh my god, oh fuck, very cool.
Oh,
But yeah,
Father dying with the
that
the
was
Super
cool.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Oh my God, what a brilliant!
that
So
was cool.
good.
Yeah, I like
Check
that.
out ball gang.
He got his. He needed his comeuppance for sure. Everyone got the comeuppance. I need to get the comeuppance for the most part.
Yeah.
Even that
absolutely.
whatever the Quado girl.
Right. I was thinking Baltimore girl, but that'll work too.
The Quado works. Good place.
It does. It's not Quado.
Guess what? She got impeached. That was funny. And I'm glad they resisted for sure. Kimiko delivering the death blows. I'm thinking, oh man,
Yeah.
she has every reason to.
Especially
And I
right after
get
the
it.
Frenchie. Every reason to.
But
Yeah.
this has been Butcher's story from as terms of his, his motivation from the get go, and to rob him of that would have been egregious.
Not only was it Butcher's story, but to take Butcher's story to the final endpoint of a guy who's so obsessed he doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah, that's all he knows.
And
that's who he is.
That's it. But that is, for everyone who's like focusing on everything about Homelander, like you're missing the bigger picture. Is that even when someone does good, to be that efficient, it reminds me of that scene from Andor when Link, the art gallery guy who brings Andor in is like, I'm burning everything moral about me, so there's a better future someday.
Right.
Butcher is that statement made real.
Yeah.
And he became this monster that even though he won, he couldn't stop, and he was going to hurt people that were going to be innocent. And that had to stop him.
It was an justify the means kind of situation, right?
Absolutely.
Which you can understand.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad, and it made sense to have Huey, kill him, because I mean, again, they've been at odds from the beginning. They're different philosophies and them from the beginning. So having him and that was really well done. I thought that scene really came out well. That's that.
It really, and they set it up too, where they said Huey's supposed to be the person that stopped Butcher, but Butcher doesn't stop.
Of course, yeah. So I'm glad.
And so like that. Yeah, all that was so well executed. To me, that was actually a little bit more emotionally impactful than like Homelander getting killed was the relief.
We were bloodthirsty.
But Butcher dying made you realize there are consequences to every action, and so which is why we have to pace ourselves in our zeal to accomplish or to avenge
Yeah.
or to fix. Like we can't keep going. We have to know when to stop. And if
Yeah.
you don't know when to stop, you become just as bad as the thing. Like it was
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
smartly done.
It was
Like
really what. Yeah.
really, really.
Yeah. And speaking of Huey, I love the Robin reference at the end. That was really cool.
That was a very sweet reference.
That
Yes,
that was I was
absolutely,
like, oh, bringing it back to the beginning. I was like, oh, that was
absolutely.
at first I'm like, who's oh shit, Robin the girlfriend. That was really cool. It's like I like some happy endings are warranted, and I'm glad they did
Right.
that. It wasn't just dark show. It just okay, give us some uplifting at the end, and it did.
I, I,
Great Billy Joel song, which
I'll
makes
say
sense.
this though. When you first mentioned Robin, I actually it took me a second to remember his girlfriend. I thought,
Mhm.
oh, is that because like she's gonna be the sidekick to the mom, so that's gonna be her Robin?
Oh,
And for a second, I thought that I was like, oh no, it's a girlfriend. But for a
the
moment,
girlfriend,
I was like, ah,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and I said it was like, oh, that's like, he because that's really how he got
That's how I got into this world.
that's
Yeah,
how I get
A
into it
Train
because
killed
of
his
that,
girlfriend.
right? That was the
Yeah,
catalyst for all his story anyway,
absolutely.
for sure from the
Yeah,
get-go. So it was cool, nice little callback to that. So it was really well done, put together. Like it wasn't amazing, great. No, I'm not gonna say that,
no,
but it was good,
right.
and satisfying. I'm watching like, oh, that ended
It was
well. I'm
very
happy.
satisfying.
Yeah,
Very
it
satisfying.
didn't ruin a bad ending can ruin the show. We've seen that
Absolutely.
time again.
Hmm.
They did a good job of closing things up, and and then there's a little potential opening. And then this world is still continuing. They can build
Right.
off this and other shows. Of this, which I guess they're gonna do that. I don't know.
Starlight is still there. Soldier Boy is in a containment field, so he's still there. Kamiko's still there. Like it's there's
Yeah,
still
I mean they can
people.
bring
There's
in
still oh,
the
there's
soups.
other soups as well.
Right, the bot is with under of course Gus Fring is there.
Right.
He maybe he
Sure.
starts up again. Boys Hermanos. I would love to see that. Um, who doesn't want delicious chicken? But so that's still around, right? So
Right.
that part of the world. So even the guy, the president was calling, who to run that new team or whatever, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
so they can build off this down the road. I don't want to say anything too soon, but you can build off this in around. We're getting a prequel with with
With Vought Rising.
if I don't care. I'm watching. I'm sure it'll be cool. It just we know what happens to all these characters. It's just I don't know. What's the
It-
point? I don't get it.
what they should have done is they should have done 4 episodes of The Boys, done a break, done Vought Rising in the middle, and then the last 4 episodes.
I would have taken whatever, or just do a season before you end the boys and run the
Right.
VOD
Right.
Rising
Right.
first. It's
Right.
just now it's like okay, whatever. I would say I only have one complaint about the finale. I'm not sure it's really the fault, but the Gen
Not
V
enough
character.
penis exploding.
Well, that's always an issue, right? It's like hello. Um, been chatting me for that for years. The the inclusion kind of the Gen V cast. That was a waste of
Yeah.
time.
They should
That
have
was
done.
my thing. I was like, this is weird. Okay. Well,
I,
whatever.
I I think that was a makeup for them not getting a third season. Like we'll put you in, but you're not gonna do
Well, no,
shit.
but
But we'll put you in.
it was already filmed. I don't think I'm not sure. Maybe they, I don't know if they knew the canceling. I'm not sure. 'Cause it seems like maybe they were just there to set them up down the road for like a season 3. They're gonna be maybe going against Bot maybe or whatever, helping other
Sure.
humans like they are now. Something along those range. I don't know, but it was weird. Like I really would like to see them fight because what was the whole point anyway? It's like why
Right.
we're there. They could have just not even put him in the season and we wouldn't have given a shit. It would, so that was weird. But again, I don't know. They probably didn't know they were ending season 2. To
Right.
be fair,
Right.
but
Right.
if you're gonna put him in, then put him in there.
Yeah. Make them do a thing.
Make him do something. It's just like okay, they just showed up once and okay, for like 2 seconds, right? And then at the end, weird.
Like what you could have done is like in the comic books, which is weird because one of the promotional photos for this last season references the way into the comic books, which is when Homelander's in the White House. There's like a squad of flying superheroes above the White House.
Okay. Oh
So
yeah. I'm talking about, yeah.
you know what I mean? So you could have done a thing where and people are like, why did he do it like the comic books? Because it's really fucking expensive.
Well,
Let's
fair enough. And
understand. Like they,
you didn't have to go that big either. The show's never been
right.
about that, right? Yeah.
But you could have had like a support team of heroes show up that makes them, and that's when the Gen V kids show up and turn the tide again.
Right.
So
Or they could have come along and helped them get into the White House. Maybe put a couple more cannon fodder soups. The psychic
sure,
guys and
right,
have
yeah,
them. We got this, and
yeah,
help them have some kind of
something.
impact. But anything. Just it was weird. That's like I said, that was the only complaint. Not a huge
Yeah,
thing because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like they were building up all. If they had built this up all season with them and they do shit, that'd be a different story.
Yeah, that'd be very
You know,
disappointing.
but they just kind of
Yeah.
sliced them in there in the second to last episode. I think when you first saw them.
The third episode,
Was
and
it
then the second to last, and
the
then
third?
this. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, real quick is the third.
The
Yeah,
third to
yeah.
last, and then it was brief, and then when they show
Okay.
up, they drop them off there, and then they talk in the last episode. But that's it.
Right episode, right? So, but that would have been, but it would have been cool to see him just at least interact or kick some, just a little bit, cool action
Yeah,
scene with them, maybe the secret service guys,
sure.
whatever. Because Marie's powerful as hell. She was built
Yeah,
up as she's V1, right? If I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Um,
She's the most powerful from just like Homelander. Like that
right.
was what
That's
she
what I'm
our thing.
saying. It's like they kept like, oh, kind of thinking, oh, she could be the key against Homelander and
Right, right.
whatever. Like I would have preferred even. Well, I guess the son being there makes sense. I would like to seen her and the son kind of come in at the end and
Right,
fight Homelander, keep him at bay while Kamiko, does the thing with the red.
right.
It could, but like I said, not a huge complaint. That's the only thing. But whatever, everything else, I thought it was well done. So sucks to show, and it is what it is. And move on to something else. Yeah, we get Spider-Man Noir. But yeah, so I guess it's good that we agree that it's well done. Like I said, people
Yeah,
complain
yeah.
about it. I get you complain, I get it, but the complaints like you mentioned, I don't think they're warranted.
They're not warranted at
Yeah,
all. It's
if
very
you say something else, it was
short-sighted.
too short, it's too long,
Yeah,
whatever. Fine, it's
it's very
subjective. Yeah,
short-sighted and it's very
sure.
biased
Right.
because you're overlooking these unalienable facts that of how the show is made, what the show is doing, and the story they're telling in the it's the boys, but in the most realistic way
Right,
possible.
of course, right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
right,
I mean, as crazy as show guy was still grounded in reality,
absolutely,
right? Yeah,
absolutely.
as nuts as it is, and obviously, but that's on purpose. But yeah, it was never like out there.
No,
That's
it
why.
was always
That yeah, that's why they want to see a big scene at the end with the White House.
right,
I
right.
need all the
The
heroes.
boys, the three tenets about the boys is how do people cope with loss, what does power do to corrupt, and how does the media try to sell you an idea. Those are
Right.
the three tenets of the boys, and they carry that over, even to the
Consistently.
point when the psychic girl said I did anything wrong and she got impeached. I'm like, that was talk about someone trying
Oh,
to spin a narrative, and they're like, nope.
yeah.
Like that
Oh,
is 100% like that. They did everything. Their core three tenets hit in every episode, especially the last one. So yeah,
I tell you that Kawato, it's a tricky bastard. That's a Kawato head. Oh, I gotta see a side by side with those things. No one's done like a meme with that. How is that? I've never seen a meme with
I,
them two. I don't understand. Like, what's wrong? There's
listen.
memes about everything.
In a world of doing people
Kawatos?
doing lazy things with AI, have the back
Right.
of her head make out with Quado. Why? It's
I
right there,
mean,
guys. It's right
come
there.
on, man. I mean,
Just do it.
it's
Just do
low
it.
hanging fruit, but doesn't mean people don't still pick at it. It's there.
And then you freeze frame and it says "Love wins" at the bottom. Like it's right there, guys. It's right there.
Jesus, I don't know. We have to wait till next Valentine's Day, maybe. But that said, obviously next week we'll jump into Spider-Man. I'm sure there's other things that hopefully come out. We get news as we approach the summertime. We are in the summertime.
Yeah, officially.
Am I seeing? No, I'm seeing Masters Universe in 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
And the movie that is going to be really good. It's just going to bomb.
I know. I know.
It's
I know.
unfortunate. It is what it is, and we'll see.
I'm preparing
it's funny
myself.
'cause-
I'm not happy about it, but I'm preparing myself.
No, because I think we know we talk about Mortal Kombat, but we talked about the box office and which would do more, and I thought we thought Mortal Kombat would do better.
Right. We thought
right.
it was supposed to be between Mortal Kombat, Mando, and Master Universe.
Oh,
out
man,
of the three.
it will do more. It's Star Wars at the end of the day. People are
Right.
gonna go watch
Right.
it, right? But in terms of those two, yeah, I think Mortal Kombat opened at 40,
Uh huh.
a decent number.
Right.
So I'm thinking Masters 30, 35 at best. At best. And Mortal Kombat now is barely over 110, 120, something like that. Not great. So that does not bode well for Masters of the Universe. I'll tell you that right now.
Come on, 41.
I mean, but even at 40 million, even at 41, it's not a good number.
I know, but I just want it better than Mortal Kombat. That's all.
That's what I'm curious. I just, if I'm thinking about it now, I still think it does less than Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I think it does.
We'll see.
Again, Scary Movie opens up, and that's projected to do more.
Right.
Scary
Yeah.
Movie is going to draw some crowds in there. They will for sure.
Here's the thing. Don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know how funny it's going to be. So
Well, I'm not saying it's
if
going
it
to be good.
no, but I'm saying if it's not funny, the drop off from that first week is going to be so bad it might give Master Universe that uptick. So just
Well,
understand
I
that.
would normally say that, but then after that's disclosure day, and it's just there's no
That's
space.
right, Disclosure Day. I
There's,
forgot about
that's
that
what I'm
one. Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah,
That's going to do fairly well. I'm not saying
yeah,
gangbusters, but it's going to do well. And there's other movies coming out, but then after that, Toy Story, it's just there's no room to breathe for that film.
yeah. You're right.
Because you're
You're
right. I
right. No,
think
you're
Scary
not.
Movie, Scary Movie is going to for sure.
Uh huh.
Even Mortal Kombat took a huge dip. It's a genre
Yeah.
film. They usually do. So I think Masters is the same, and for sure, Scary Movie is going to take a big dip. I got a feeling. I don't think the movie's going to be. I don't think the movie's going to be
40.5.
funny.
40.5. Master
Maybe
Universe
we'll
40.5.
see. We'll see. But nah, it's looking grim, very grim.
I get it. I
But
get it. I
what a
get
shame,
it.
man.
I get
Because I
it.
think it's gonna be good, man. I really do. I have a good feeling about this film. Like it's gonna
I,
be
I
very enjoyable
I
movie.
think it's gonna be one of those surprisingly good movies, and maybe people are not gonna watch. But it'll be
I'm not gonna lie.
surprisingly well
Like
done.
what do we say? Dungeons and Dragons, right? It's just
Yeah.
I keep seeing that, which I really like the movies a lot. It's
By the way,
really
I
good.
just
Yeah.
rewatched it because of our last conversation. I just rewatched. I was like, this movie still holds up. Holy crap, it's
No,
still
it's
good.
good. Yeah, I saw like maybe like
Yeah.
sometime last year. It's really good. People, it got good reception for those who saw it. Not many, but those who saw it. It's just nobody cares.
I
It's what it
know.
is. People
I
still
know.
care about Star Wars, which is why Mando would do better numbers.
Right.
People still want to see good Star Wars, right? You
Yeah.
get that. They're not going to get it here, but they still want to see it. So it's going to make 80 million, which is a good number. It's not whatever,
Right.
whatever. Either way. But that said, those are the nuggets for the week.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all the love and support you always give us. Don't forget to keep up, check out more at the Latin Nerd Network here, Latin Nerd Network here on YouTube. Come check us out. Don't forget to go to ericdasilva.com, where you can probably pick up my album, Adore the Offensive, and see other clips and shows. By the way, if you are in Fort Myers, Florida, next week I will be at Snappers Comedy Club. We'll also be recording our next week's episode of Nerdsplaining there, so you'll get to see me in my comedy hotel room. Don't judge. But come check it out. I'm doing a whole new hour of stand up. I hope you guys appreciate it. Come check it out there. We'll do a little meet and greets and whatever. It'd be totally awesome. Don't forget to pick up the comic book dangersquad.com at Danger Squad, spells like it sounds.com. Digital copies are available there. You could pick it up. We have some other projects for Latin Network that we're working on. We'll let you know about that as well. And let us know what you thought about the ending of The Boys and the ending of Daredevil and the one shot from Punisher and the Green Lantern trailer. We want to hear what you have to say. Do you agree, disagree? Do you think Master Universe might make more than Mortal Kombat? Let us know. As always, I've been Eric De Silva. This has been Jose Romero. We have been Nerdsplaining. And if you don't know, now you know. Boom.
Boom.